have Game 1 starter Gage Ziehl. We'll go straight into questions for Gage.
Obviously, just talk about excitement for you, on Friday, knowing that you're the Game 1 starter.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a long time since that regional we had last year. We got a bunch of new guys. Everyone's hungry, ready to get after it.
Speaking of the new guys, just talk about the chemistry amongst this team right now and how you guys are doing this season, making sure you guys are cohesive.
Yeah, it's been a big thing for us to get together outside the field and hang out with each other. Like you said, a lot of new faces, but I think we've been gelling together pretty well.
You moved into the rotation full time last year. What were some of the biggest things you learned about just being a college starter last season that you can take into this year?
Yeah, I think I got punched in the mouth pretty early in those first 3 games, but just learning to fight through it and forgetting about the game before, but also learning from the mistakes that you make. Those are the biggest things for me.
What were some of the biggest things, like even just not just mentally, but like on the field, that changed from that rough start of the year to the end of the year?
Yeah, I think we utilized the inside part of the zone more after those 3 games. And I talked to JD, and we had a conversation after that Florida start, and then put a couple things together and kind of took off after that.
Speaking of JD, kind of him getting elevated, you getting pitching coaches, how's that transition been for you?
Yeah, it's been great. Laz is my pitching coach now, and he's a great guy. The biggest thing between me and him is we've just been communicating. He's been learning the way I throw. I've been learning the way he coaches. And just having JD as my head coach now is unbelievable, just because he knows me as well as anybody. So yeah, having those 2 as my coaches is amazing.
So what's it like, emotionally, the first pitch of the year is coming out of your hand? Like, what's that just like?
Yeah, set the tone. To me, that's what I'm going out there to do. Set the tone for what this year is going to be like.
Gage, what pitch did you work on the most this offseason?
Yeah, I'd say the pitch that I worked on the most was probably my changeup, and changeup to righties, but also using that heater a little more at the top of the zone is a big part of my game to help both my changeup and my slider play better.
And with your goals being so grandiose, Omaha at the end of the season, how do you stay focused day to day, like in the early days here in February?
Yeah, just coming out here with energy. That's the biggest thing. You got to take it one day at a time. You can't look too far ahead, but know that we do have a mission, and it is Omaha.
Thank you.
What can you say about the other pitchers, especially like Rafe and Herrick, those guys? What have you seen from them so far?
Yeah, for sure. I roomed with Rafe freshman year, and the strides that he's made from then. I'm a proud friend and a proud teammate to see the things that he's accomplished since then. And then Herrick, new guy this year, but he has a great attitude, and he's a stud as a pitcher. So I'm looking forward to taking the weekends with those guys.
And then, one among the new pitchers on the team this year who stood out the most, and then going against, some of the new hitters who stood out the most to you.
Yeah, like I said, Herrick is a stud. He didn't really pitch in the fall, but this spring he's shown what he can do, and like I said, I'm excited to take the weekend with him. And then as far as hitters, Lucas Costello, a Wake transfer, Daniel Couvet, a freshman that has some of the most pop I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, those have been some guys that have surprised me. Jack's been hitting great as of late. Yeah.
Anything else for Gage? Awesome. Thanks, Gage.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Gage.